Hello, my name is Rod Solar from Livesey Solar Practice Builders. I've been marketing laser eye surgery since about 1999, and since about 2005 I've been marketing laser blended vision to presbyopes. And since then I've considered presbyopes to be the sleeping giants of the laser refractive surgery market. And here's why. Estimates of this population range between 1.3 to 1.8 billion people worldwide. In Europe alone, there are 2 out of every 5 Europeans that are already presbyopic. And within a few years, it's going to be 1 out of every 2. That's an amazingly large market. And the thing is that they all are going to have presbyopia. That's 100% of people over 50 will have presbyopia. Now, how this compares to other markets is a little bit different. Now, usually we consider millennials to be the center focus of the laser eye surgery market. These are folks who were born between 1980, some say 1985, to about the year 2000. Now, these folks are in the prime years of their lives for laser refractive surgery. They typically have about 30% myopia, and roughly about 20% of them have hyperopia. So in total, 50% of millennials will have a need for laser refractive surgery. Now again, this compares to 100% of presbyopes over the age of 50 who will also have that need. Now, I also want you to consider that we're talking about age groups, but we're also talking about incomes. In terms of income, millennials earn about 17% less than people who are 50 years above. So that creates an incredible spending power difference among boomers who have already had experience, about 20 years now, of being marketed laser eye surgery, who are much more familiar with the concept. And many of them will probably have already had it for their myopia or hyperopia. So this creates a group of folks who are considerably more in tune with the laser eye surgery model and are definitely more able to spend money on that. And the other thing too is that their problems are all new. Now, not only are there a lot of presbyopes, but when combined with Generation Xers, who are really about 3 years away from presbyopia, and I consider myself one of them, and I've got my reading glasses too, and the worst thing about them is the on-off, which I'll get to in a second. But when combined, Generation X and baby boomers are about twice as big as millennials, who, albeit, are the largest generation. The other thing too is Generation Xers and presbyopes, which are baby boomers primarily, make about 17% more than millennials. So we're talking about a very large market with a lot of spending power and a lot more awareness of laser eye surgery to begin with. So the opportunity summary is this. Baby boomers are a huge part of the population. Presbyopes are a growing market. Baby boomers are highly motivated, and when they notice anything wrong, they want to fix it. And baby boomers have more spending power than millennials. All of these make baby boomers a very important market that we cannot afford to ignore if we are planning to grow our businesses with laser eye surgery. I'm not saying to abandon LASIK in general, absolutely not. However, I am saying that we add a complementary market, baby boomers, who we've been marketing to for the last 20 years anyway, and introduce them to the concept of presbyopic LASIK. So, in summary, millennials are a massive market, and it's important to understand how to market to them. What I want you to think about when it comes to marketing your practice is go from a monolithic market, where we market to everybody in the same way, to start segmenting your approaches. So millennials have to be spoken to in a particular way. The marketing messages that will appeal to them, the marketing channels that they will pay attention to, the patient experiences they want to have, are all going to be different than the market that you're used to. Now, Generation X, who you've probably been treating already, they're going to be a lot more closer to the baby boomers that you've been treating for the last 20 years. So really, what we're talking about here is not just addressing the baby boomer market very differently, but absolutely offering them an option that will address their presbyopia. So to ignore the baby boomer market and presbyopes in general would be to cut your market in half. So I encourage you to look at this as an opportunity to improve your marketing, segment your market, and grow your practice. Thank you.